guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the vlog. We have a little bit of a random day today. We're just going to go with the flow, see where it takes us. First things first, we have to do an oil change on this car. We're way overdue for an oil change, so we're just headed up to my buddy Michael's place. Since I live in a condo and they frown upon you getting oil stains all over your parking garage stall. So we're gonna head up there and do a quick service on the car, get it purring nicely. And then yeah, we'll just see what the day brings us after that. Where there's a drifting competition later, so we might go check that out. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Edmonton, Alberta. Not a single cloud in the sky. 23 degrees out. That's Celsius in Canada. I'm gonna try to do some more vlog sort of style videos because editing for those lap pass to car shows is just crazy. You gotta. Takes you longer just to find the music to go with the videos than it does to actually film all the footage. So that's sort of defeating the purpose of making quick daily videos. So when you have to spend over a day editing it, then you gotta cut all the bits of video up so finely to all the videos. Gotta make it go to the beat. It's fun to do, but it's a lot of work. So we'll do the odd car show here and there. We got a big one coming up. We got Driven Edmonton coming up, so we'll definitely have coverage on that one because that is a huge car show. We got some crazy modified cars there, Lamborghinis with the crazy body kits. There's a Maserati with a Liberty Walk kit on it. There's all kinds of crazy stuff at that show, so we're definitely going to go film that. But other than that, we're going to try to stay away from the car shows too much because that's I don't know, that's a lot of work. So we'll see where it takes us. As I do more videos, we'll slowly learn what's easy, what's hard, what's worth doing, what gets us some more views and whatnot. So we'll just steer in those directions and try a little bit of everything. So, okay, we're just pulling up to Canadian Tire, just in behind us there. We'll go get us some oil and a filter. Okay, so we made it to Michael's place, and we're doing the oil change on the car. Jacked it up as much as we can so I can fit underneath it. Look at that big dent there. We're going to have to try to pull that someday here. For my first day driving a lowered vehicle. So I've really been lacking on my oil changes. Do not do this. I've been driving this 18,000 kilometers without an oil change. So it's very, very, very overdue. But on the good side, I think the oil that I buy, which is synthetic, says it's good for something like 20,000 kilometers. So we're living on the dangerous side, but
looks like you've just been filling it.
What the hell? I haven't been.
No, it looks pretty clean still.
I have not filled it. Oh, let's see this. pull that back out and see what it's still. Look at this. It's still on.
It is on the low side, though.
It is on the low side, but that's 18,000 kilometers, and that's how much oil I burnt through. So that's pretty good, I'd say. And it still looks cleanish. We'll see what it looks like coming out the bottom. Hopefully there's not a bunch of coolant at the bottom. But we're about to find out.
Pretty good.
Okay, so video part. Tech tip. When you're doing an oil change, grab yourself a rag, fold it up like this, so it's about the size of the oil drain plug. Line this up. This oil's going to come down right like that. Might need to move. And then spin it out so it's close. And then use your rag to do it the rest of the way, and then feel it looseness. Keep some pressure on it. And then right at the last second, once you feel it's come out of all the threads, you can pull it out of the way real quick, and you don't get any on your hands, in theory.
Real quick.
Pressure should be good. Should be good. You give it a little tug. Make sure that it's not out yet, and just keep bringing it out. Nope, not quite. Not quite. There it is. Just like that. And hand is clean. Just like so.
Clean. You wish. And it'll actually dump it to a separate pipe. You ever hear videos on those though?
Oh yeah, screamer pipes.
Amazing.
RB screamer pipe.
Yeah. You need to drop your filter.
Okay, so usually Nissan is pretty genius in their designs, but this is not so much a genius design. So there's the oil filter. It is on a horizontal plane, and it's right over top. We got a rag there right now, but it's right over top of the front differential. So that means when you pull it off, it comes out, and all the oil spills right down onto the diff. And then it's got a bunch of little heating sink vanes that makes it run in every single direction onto the floor. So hopefully the rag catches most of it. See, that's where it. And that's yeah.
I dropped it.
Yeah. The pan is catching the oil. Oh, we planned that. We definitely planned that. So that's good. Okay, so it's always good practice to get a little bit of oil on the O-ring. So just dip our finger into there. Okay, we'll put it. There we go.
That's too much.
All the oil. Stick a little bit on there. That helps for sealing, and that helps for ease of install so it doesn't dry up and get stuck. Also helps for ease of removal in the future. So, and you got it. The O-ring is now seated, and now you want to do a 3/4 of a turn, or just till it's so tight you can't turn it anymore. On a car, that's good enough. On a big truck, you need a filter wrench. Nissan was handy enough to build in its own funnel. Good old Nissan. Okay, now that we've done the oil change, it's time to start it up. Let's hear a cold start. It's not really a cold start because I just drove it all the way here.
Cold oil start.
But cold oil start. Let's just stick this puppy under here. Okay, so yesterday we didn't actually get up to too much after going to do the oil change. We went to West Edmonton Mall, had a couple clips of that, but my battery died, so we didn't get very far into the mall. we'll do a tour of that another time maybe. We went out to buddies and played some board games and tried to look for the meteors, but there wasn't any last night, so. But while we were out cruising around last night, Michael's turbo decided it was had enough. The compressor wheel's pretty stiff, so the bearing shot completely. So, anyways, the compressor wheel on the turbo is completely shot. For you, those of you that don't know what that is, the turbo has a big fin on both sides, and the exhaust on the back side expands as it's coming out of the engine because it's hot and still blowing up, having compression, and it causes this compressor wheel to spin really, really fast, and that creates the front compressor wheel to create air pressure where your intake side is, your inlet air, and it compresses that air into the engine. So if you have a higher, on a gasoline engine, you have to have an exact measurement of air to fuel, or else it won't run properly. It will run rich, or it will run lean. So if you can throw more air into the engine, you can throw more fuel into the engine, which creates a whole lot more power. So anyways, these cars came factory with a turbocharger, and for whatever reason, the bearing inside there to allow that thing to spin freely is seized up. So it's making a wicked noise when he gets on the gas, and it's got no boost. It's going something like that. So yeah. I just happen to have a spare turbo that I picked up last year for pretty cheap because I thought this one was dying, but he needs it, so we'll go throw it on and make more boost again.
What up?
Michael!
I got my keys in the house, so I gotta click the thing.
You gotta click the button.
Hopefully my car's not locked. Thanks. I think we'll be okay. Alright, let's do some turbo stuff.
So here we are changing out the turbo on Michael's car. We think that the turbo compressor shaft is actually split in half. We'll find out pretty soon here. There's the turbo. Getting right down in here. We've pulled all the heat shields off. Yeah, we're about to see. Michael's just pulling off the exhaust from underneath the car right now. And we'll see if there's a compressor wheel hiding in the exhaust somewhere, or if it blew out on the road. Might still even be attached to the turbo. Who knows? But that sure doesn't feel like it. So yeah, and we got some new goodies. Well, brand used goodies. We got a turbo I picked up last year for 150 bucks, and we got a custom eBay downpipe. I don't know if that'll fit the. I don't know if you can get a nut in there properly, but we'll have a look. And we got our whole OEM gasket kit down here. We just gotta get that one off, and this one can go on. Oh, with a few other things. We gotta drain the coolant and shit like that.
You have to drain it?
Come
on, let's see the...
Most probably.
Let's see these lines.
Yep. There's the mess we were talking about.
Well, at least I have some coolant left. Some coolant in the bottle I can fill it with.
Give her. It's time for the turbo to come out.
And there's a turbo.
We has a turbo. Fucked turbo.
Some sort of noise in there. Yeah, I think the shaft might have just split in the middle.
What is that?
Or bent the shaft.
Oh, it's bent. Yeah, it's definitely bent.
How the fuck did I bend the shaft?
Yeah. New turbo is in. That is, let's see here. Right there. Brand used turbo. We even put a fancy downpipe on it this time. That should improve flow dramatically. So, that one comes...
That stud's in there.
That one's open all the way up to the top. Stopped at the top there. It's like hitting a brick wall. Okay, so it's time to end the vlog. Stay tuned for the next video. We'll have this thing up and running again. Right now he's got a bunch of parts that he still has to go out and find so it works right. There's a boost, there's a silicone CAC pipe that's broken, so he needs to go find that, a couple bolts. And yeah, so make sure you watch the next video. We'll have this thing up and running. Should sound awesome with that new downpipe in. And stay tuned.
So here we go again. It's Monday morning. I don't start work till 3, so that's why I'm at this again. I'm getting it all back together, all the underhood and whatnot, and hopefully we can get it started today. You can see the air filter and everything is all put in. Everything's tight. Let's get her for a cold start without the downpipe on. Let's see what this sounds like. Exhaust is just laying on the floor there. Well, I had her running for some time now. She's up in temperature. Be watching my boost gauge, make sure it's all working good. Let's take her for a ride.